Meghan Markle is somebody who obviously, at least for a period of time, was a close associate of Prince Andrew and hence is in a position to perhaps have seen what he did, and perhaps, if not, to have seen what he did.
This clip is basically planting the seed that if someone was socially close to Prince Andrew, they must have seen or known something. And emotionally, that hits hard, because when someone repeatedly moves in the same elite spaces as a controversial figure, people don't just ignore that. It creates doubt. It creates tension. Even if it's not proof, it forces viewers to ask, how unaware could you really be? The power of this clip isn't evidence, it's implication, and implication is powerful.
Little St. James and St. Bart's. And we see Meghan Markle with Lindsay, and the airplane tail is PJWIT, which is usually the plane that Jeffrey Epstein sent to greet his guests to bring them to Little St. James. And there is Miss Markle with
The plane, tail number, and Little St. James reference are meant to feel like a smoking gun moment. It's specific, it sounds technical. That detail is designed to give credibility, like we did our homework. Emotionally, it triggers alarm because Epstein's travel history is so infamous. But the video is leaning heavily on visual association. A plane, a tail number, a location. Those details feel explosive, but they might still mean something concrete.
It's literally the same stone seat, whatever. You can see it's the very same background. And that is in St. Bart's, which is literally 120 kilometers from, yes, you guessed it, Jeffrey Epstein Island.
The same stone seat in St. Bart's argument is pure visual detective energy. It's the kind of thing that makes viewers lean forward and think they've uncovered something hidden. But visually similar backgrounds don't automatically confirm timing, context, or purpose. It builds mystery. It creates the feeling of a secret connection.
This picture has been confirmed that it was taken in August 2016.
A yacht photo with someone described as connected to Epstein? That's the kind of imagery that immediately looks bad. Optics matter. Luxury, exclusivity, controversial names, that combination fuels suspicion fast. But a single photo doesn't explain who organized it, what the event was, or what relationships existed.
Did you ever meet Andrew or Fergie or anybody?
I saw Andrew often, yes. And he was there was two model girlfriends of mine. He was paying for their apartment in New York.
The claim about Andrew allegedly paying rent for models reinforces the scandal already tied to his name. That part feels uncomfortable because his public controversies are widely reported. But emotionally linking that to others just by orbit builds a darker atmosphere without directly proving involvement.
All these honeypot women, such as Meghan Markle, there's
Calling women honeypots is loaded language. It frames social presence as strategic manipulation. That phrasing is designed to provoke. It sounds conspiratorial. And labeling it does equal evidence. It's got a point.
She was very young.
and Deepak Chopra's birthday. Oh God, he's the worst.
Did you meet him? Because he's besties with Meghan Markle. He's Meghan Markle's spiritual.
No, but I
Dragging in spiritual advisors and celebrity friendships expands the web. It creates the feeling that everyone is connected behind the scenes. It widens suspicion. Logically, social overlap may confirm automatically some kind of criminal coordination.
Beatrice is the one who was advising Fergie on how to backtrack, calling Jeffrey, because Jeffrey was upset. So this
Advising on PR cleanup feels calculated. It suggests brand protection and damage control. That can look cold and strategic.
is literally what the article says. Princess Beatrice helped advise Sarah Ferguson on how to publicly backtrack when the former Duchess of York upset Jeffrey Epstein by calling him a pedophile, her mother said in an email. Ms. Ferguson claimed her eldest daughter, then 22, agreed with her that it was important.
Emails about backtracking after serious accusations create tension. It feels like scrambling behind closed doors. That energy fuels distrust. But again, it's about messaging management, and it can be confirmed criminal proof.
After the Cash for Access scandal, after the toe-sucking pictures that Fergie did, after Andrew's trade envoy, after Andrew was photographed with a convicted sex.
Andrew's scandals are documented and real. That gives this clip emotional weight. But placing other names nearby leverages that weight. Emotional proximity isn't legal proximity.
Appreciation for what they actually have. They constantly want more power, more influence, more money. And I think it's revolting. It's very similar to Prince Harry and Meghan.
They want power and money tells us how every rich man or woman on earth that is rich will do any kind of wrongdoing to have more wealth.
Okay, what is actually going on with Meghan, Andrew, and Sophia Ferguson? Because I swear I opened TikTok for 5 minutes and somehow walked into a friendship crime scene. And before anyone says I'm being dramatic, I literally spent the last 2 days glued to my phone. I watched every live, every vlog, every shady Instagram story. I went back months. My screen time report judged me. I deserve financial compensation. So let me just say this up top. The story everyone is repeating, I don't buy it. The clean version floating around is, they're just busy, people grow, no drama. No drama? Be serious. If two influencers who built half their brand on being attached at the hip suddenly stop interacting overnight, that's not busy, that's a shift. Here's where I first raised an eyebrow. About 3 weeks ago, Meghan goes live and says super casually, "You really learn who supports you when things start changing." Hold on, changing how? Because 2 days later, Sophia posts a quote that says, "Outgrowing people is part of leveling up." I'm sorry, if my friend posts that right after I talk about support, I'm spiraling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that timing feels loud. And I know what you're thinking, Sophia, maybe it's coincidence. I thought that too, for like 5 minutes. Then I went back to their Miami trip brand. Same hotel, same event, same weekend. 0 photos together. 0. You're telling me 2 girls who used to post mirror selfies every hour just forgot to stand next to each other? No, that's cropping with intention. I literally slowed down a fan's TikTok from the after party. Yes, I did that, and you can see them walk past each other. No hug, no smile, just that stiff we know people are watching body language. Maybe I'm reading into it, but I don't think I am. And here's where it gets even weirder. 2 weeks before Miami, they were on live together teasing big things coming. Plural, together energy. Then suddenly, Meghan announces a solo podcast. Solo. No mention of Sophia. If I were Sophia, I'd feel blindsided. I don't know, maybe they talked privately, I'm not in their group chat. But from the outside, the optics are wild. And this is the contradiction that's driving me insane. Meghan is replying to comments saying, "There's no beef, I wish her the best." But then she's liking comments that say, "You deserve better friends." Huh? Either there's tension and you're pretending there's not, or there isn't tension and you're accidentally lighting a match. Both can't be true. I feel like one of them decided to pivot, like a rebrand, less duo, more main character energy. And instead of saying it clearly, they let the silence do the talking. Tell me I'm crazy, because when influencers stop tagging each other, that's basically the digital version of moving out. And we haven't even gotten to the weirdest part yet. Okay, this is the part that made me actually sit back in my chair, because I was rewatching one of Meghan's older vlogs from like a month ago, and there's this tiny joke she makes. She says something like, "I'm the only one who actually works in this friend group." At the time, everyone laughed. It felt playful. Now, after all this, it feels pointed. If my friend posts that publicly that I don't work hard, even as a joke, I'd smile on camera and then overthink it for 3 business days. Wouldn't you? And here's something nobody is talking about. Sophia's engagement dipped right after the solo podcast announcement. Not dramatically, but enough to notice. Then Meghan launches her solo project, and suddenly her comments are full of, "You're glowing without dead weight." I'm sorry, dead weight? That's insane. And Meghan didn't shut it down. That silence speaks. I'm just speculating here, but I feel like this is about positioning, about control, about who gets to be the face. Because I found an interview Meghan did in December where she said she felt boxed in by expectations. At the time, people thought she meant the industry. Now I'm like, did she mean the duo brand? Maybe she didn't want to be Meghan from Meghan and Sophia. Maybe she wanted to be standalone. And that's not evil, growth is normal. But if one person grows faster or differently and the other doesn't see it coming, that's where friendships crack. And the biggest contradiction of all, they still follow each other. Which feels strategic, because if this were a clean break, someone would have hit unfollow by now. But keeping the follow keeps hope alive, keeps fans calm, keeps sponsorships comfortable. It's PR safe distance. And I know some of you are going to say, "Sophia, friendships fade all the time." Yes, they do, but not like this. Not with cryptic quotes, not with deleted trip TikToks, not with subtle shade and solo launches 2 weeks apart. This feels orchestrated, or at least managed. And here's my prediction for 2026, because I'm calling it now. Either we get a dramatic, clearing the air sit-down with soft lighting and tears, or they slowly pretend the other never existed and fully rebrand solo. There is no in-between. Because once the internet smells tension, it doesn't let go. So tell me, do you think this was a business split dressed up as friendship drama? Or do you think I've officially lost it and need to log off? Let me know if I'm crazy in the comments. I'll be down there reading everything. Bye.